Alright guys, we finally have the H2 back together. I had dropped it off at the shop to get the stretch kit put on, but they were so busy they couldn't get to it, so I just decided to go ahead and bring it back home, put it on myself. I got this stretch kit used. I couldn't pass up the deal. That's the reason that I actually ended up going with it. It's an Adams 6 to 10 over. Right now it's at 6 inches. I've got a Q3 on the back, so I don't know how well it's going to do on traction. I mean, this thing looks pretty dang good with that chain on there. I think it's an EGK chain. It looks like it. Pretty nice though. I mean, the bike itself's really dirty because I've been working on it. This is the first ride. I just got it out. We're going down to meet up. Well, it's like a car meet type deal, about an hour away. So we're going to go down there and I'm going to do some testing on the highway and see what it does. I just did a little quick rip in second gear and it just laid rubber. Just freaking no hookup at all. So maybe now that the tire's got some heat in it, and when I get on the highway I'll do a quick burnout to try to get it to hook. But it is currently 2 up in the back, so it's actually geared shorter than factory, so that's not really going to be helping me with traction with no drag radial, but I'm hoping I can make it work. Also, I was really worried about this. It has enough clearance. Pretty happy about that I didn't have to modify the Van Diemen exhaust on it. I still got to bleed the rear brake and stuff, and I'm going to clean this up a little more. I've just got it zip tied for now. I mean, I don't know what else I'm going to do unless I drill some holes and stuff, but overall I'm pretty happy. I mean, I wasn't going to stretch it, but I got this entire stretch kit for $1,300. Wheel, arm, chain, said and done. I couldn't pass it up. Put me over the edge, so I went ahead and did it. But let's get out on the highway, do some test hits, and see how she does. Yeah, one of the things though is I do have lowering links that came with this as well. I haven't put them on yet, but this thing is so much shorter now with this arm. Like, I don't know if you can see how much this is bent. I don't have my riding pants on because we're going to be walking around at a meet, but I mean it's a lot shorter. I would say a good 3 inches shorter. So I really need to set the rear shock too, get a little bit less stiffness out of it. It's pretty stiff right now. Yeah, sorry guys about all this water spotting and stuff. It got rained on and I didn't have a chance to clean it up before coming out, so unfortunately it's got to be all dirty. Trust me, the bike's usually not like that. I do have this ABS light on. I'm not sure why that's on. I'm guessing it's because I still need to bleed the rear brake. I'm not 100% sure. Hopefully that takes care of that. Alright guys, we'll do a second gear test. I'm not used to that gearing yet. It just the shift comes so fast. No wheelies in second. I mean, I didn't hammer it, I rolled on pretty decent, but no wheelies. First gear, a hammer second. A little bit of tire spin, but it was spinning, but man, this thing freaking, dude, no wonder I was getting eaten up without a stretch. This is retarded. It's just hooks and goes if it hooks, but I mean, it's just gone. That was no roll on, none of that crap, just absolute hammer in second. She's rowdy. She is freaking rowdy. I don't know. I'm split. Like, this and the Busa are both so freaking fast. I don't know what's going to be faster now. Like, when I rode the Busa, I was like, oh man, this thing's going to walk the H2. But now that I can hammer it in second, I don't know. It's going to be close. It's a hard problem to have, not knowing which one of your two freaking bikes are faster, a Turbo Busa or the H2. Somebody's got to do it though. I guess I'll step up to the plate. I'm hoping there's some good cars or something there that's over 1,000 horsepower that we can get out and play with, or even a sweet bike. I mean, my hopes aren't that high because I know it's probably not going to happen, but it'd be sweet if there was like 1,200 horsepower car there I could go out and just walk away from. So this meetup spot is actually a It's a go-kart track, and there's a Dave & Buster's behind, which is like a big arcade type deal. I think we're just gonna go right and steal a couple go-karts, and then maybe steal some arcade games. I don't know. Dude, it's actually not that bad, like, regular cornering on this thing. I mean, obviously it's not going to go out and eat some corners, but it's not like everybody makes it out to be just absolutely terrible. You can't take turns, you have to slow way down, like, that's all. No, I mean, maybe when you get out to 10, 12 inches over. This is only 6 over right now, but it's manageable. First gear. Oh man, that is nasty. First gear's just like a blank. It's just like a little sliver of first gear. Dude, this thing is so rowdy. I'm stoked. I'm pretty happy I extended it. It's so much more usable. You don't want none. You don't want none, son. Take that 600 somewhere else. Take you to school. Yeah, I redlined the crap out of first gear because it hit so hard and so fast. It started spinning a little bit, just jumped the redline immediately. Yeah, a little quick boop in the second gear. She hooked in second. No wheelies, son. How's it look with the 2 different color wheels? A little goofy? No? I'm torn on if I should keep it like that or powder coat it. I mean, I'm going to leave it for a little while just because I spent so much freaking money on bikes this past couple of weeks. I may go back to stock gearing. I mean, first gear is just almost unusable because it revs out so fast. And I want my top end back. I mean, a lot of the times when we're racing, we run it out to close to 200 anyways. I don't know what it tops out with this gearing, but I assume it won't hit 200 with this gearing. Yeah, it does. Somebody's burning down. Somebody's smoking the devil's lettuce around here. I can smell it. Who wants to take some L's out here today, boys? We'll go fishing, see what we can get. We'll cast Bryce out there with the 600, start reeling them in. Reeling them in with that 600, and then we'll throw the old H2 swapperoo out there. Dude, this is a 600. Don't you know it's the Kawasaki H2 600 SX, bruh? Oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh yeah. This is outrageous. This is bananas here. This place is packed. Little GTR over there, little Skyline GTR. Let's see here. See a little Shelby. We got sick Mazda bra. Little Focus ST, Corvette. Dude, there's all kinds of stuff here. There's all kinds of stuff here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. They're loving it. Loving it. Jesus, look at all those cars. Holy crap. Golly. There are so many cars here. Alright guys, we're gonna find a parking spot, walk around a little bit. Go fishing. Let's go find the fastest thing here and pound it. Set an example. I'll blow these guys' eardrums out. Another quick test hit real quick. Second gear. She is rowdy now, boys. She is rowdy. Just give her the beans and go. She came up there. Yeah, it kind of sucks. We were hoping that we could find something fast to play around with there. There were some decently fast cars, but I don't think there was anything, you know, that would be able to hang with us. I think the fastest one there was probably like 800 or 900 horsepower, maybe. And you guys know how that goes. H2 is just going to take it to Pound Town. But I wanted to get out and make a video for you guys, show you guys the stretch kit on it, show you that I'm actually making moves on this thing. I wanted to test it and see how well it worked. I'm really happy with how well this thing works. But as always, like and subscribe, drop a comment below, let me know if she looks alright with the stretcher, if I done messed up, if it looked better stock wheelbase. I don't know at this point, I like them both. Till next time.